Hi! If there's children in the room, would they please join me? It's time for Word for God's Children. Today's Old Testament reading is about Joseph and his brothers. Joseph had many brothers, and in fact, Joseph was his father's favorite son. So much so that his father gave him a coat of many colors. It was a beautiful coat. Joseph put on the coat and he paraded around in his coat, and he felt good when he wore his coat. And that's all very good. But the coat made his brothers feel bad. They were jealous of Joseph. The coat reminded them that Joseph was their father's favorite son and not them. So we can understand why the brothers could be upset. What happens next is that their brothers, Joseph's brothers, do a bad thing. They sell Joseph to traders. So Joseph gets sold. He's no longer with the family. And they take his beautiful coat of many colors and they dip it in blood and they make it look like wild animals killed Joseph. They take this coat back to their father, and their father thinks Joseph is dead. He thinks Joseph was killed by wild animals. Many years down the road, what happens is that Joseph is reunited with his brothers. Only his brothers don't recognize Joseph. Joseph is now an important official. He is helping people in an important role. So when they meet up again, his brothers wouldn't be expecting Joseph to be in this type of position. They sold him to traders, yet here they are. So while the brothers don't recognize Joseph, Joseph recognizes his brothers. And what would you do if you met up with your brothers that sold you out of the family years ago? Well, this is the amazing thing. Joseph received his brothers with love and forgiveness. The end of the story is that Joseph and his brothers hug and they reconcile their relationship. There are many lessons that can be taken from this story. First of all, we have to look at the father's favoritism towards Joseph. This created a situation to make his brothers feel bad. And what's important to remember is that we are all children of God, and God doesn't favor any of us. The next thing that we should look at is the brothers' jealousy. Jealousy, if we act upon it, can make us do bad things, like selling our brother to traders. But what's important to remember that it's okay to feel things, but it's better to talk about our feelings versus acting out on them. Third, let's look at what happened when Joseph was reunited with his brothers. He forgave them. This is an amazing thing, and it's important for us to remember that we have the ability to forgive people, even if we had a hurtful situation that was years and years ago. We can choose to receive them now with love and forgiveness. Finally, it's important to note that Joseph, even though he had a hard beginning of his life with being sold to traders, he was put into an important position. The lesson here is that God stays with us even when other people don't. God helped Joseph to have a good life even though not all the events in his life were good. God will stay with us and he will promote us to a good place if we stay faithful. Will you pray with me? God, we thank you for being a good God, and we thank you for staying with us during the hard times. Help us to remember that love and forgiveness are always good options. Amen.